Hey everyone, this is Rob from ProWresBlog, www.ProWresBlog.blogspot.com. Today, I reviewed a match between Ricky Steamboat versus Ric Flair from May 7th, 1989. This took place at WCW Wrestlewar 1989 Music City Showdown. It had 3 judges, which were Pat O'Connor, Terry Funk, and Luthez. Ric Flair ended up winning this one with a cradle at 31-31. I thought this was a really good match. I didn't give it 5 stars, which a lot of people have. I know I'm probably gonna get a ton of heat for it, and I'm ready for it. But I just didn't think it was 5 stars. It was really close though. I gave it 4 3/4. It was pretty much perfect. There weren't a lot of issues with it at all. The wrestling was good. It was stiff, it was technically sound, the selling was really good. It's pretty much everything you'd want out of a pro wrestling match. There really weren't many issues to speak of at all. What I mentioned was really my only complaint about it was that, I kind of didn't like the finish that much. The finish made sense, don't get me wrong, it made a lot of sense. Just, I wanted something different, Ric Flair was working on Ricky Steamboat's leg near the end, and he worked it, and he had him in the figure 4, and Steamboat got out. And then Steamboat went for a body slam, and Flair ended up grabbing his legs and cradling him to grab the win. It was a perfectly fine finish. There wasn't anything wrong with it at all. I thought they could have did more with it. The whole figure 4 section into the finish was relatively short for them. It was only a few minutes long, and I thought that whole section alone could have went 10 to 15 minutes without much of a problem. What I really would have liked to have seen is, maybe something like Ric Flair works the figure 4 for a while, Steamboat Steamboat goes for the ropes, somehow counters, maybe turns it over, he works Flair over for a little bit, Flair reverses it back, more punishment, and then Steamboat somehow reverses it again maybe, or gets out of it somehow, and then, both men are kind of out of the position, and Steamboat tries to go for the kill, he gets some more offense in, he really gets a good run going, and then Flair, ends up just using that leg that Steamboat injured earlier, and that he worked on the figure 4, and that he would end up winning from that. I think that probably would have been a better finish. As crazy as it is, these two went 31 minutes, and it wasn't enough. They really could have gone 60, or who knows, maybe even longer, and I think they would have had ample stuff to put in it, and I think they could have filled it up even better. But yeah, I think I probably originally gave this 5 stars when I watched it years ago, but, times change and tastes change, but, still, this is a great match, and, one of the best things about it is that they really didn't do that much, there weren't any head bumps, there weren't anything, there wasn't anything too crazy, no one really got super injured. They just work smart, sometimes it's better to work smart than to work big and fancy, and they definitely work smart here. So I really do recommend this match. It's a classic, and it's pretty much universally loved, and it is a very good match. And yeah, the funny thing is though, it's not even their best match. They've had better, if you could believe that. Some of it was taped, some of it wasn't, but this was still a really good effort by both guys, and I enjoyed this one. Alright, to view my written review of this, check out www.ProWresBlog.blogspot.com. Thank you.